Relations between Iran and the UK have reached an all-time low. Britain has been instrumental in imposing economic sanctions on Iran over its nuclear program, and London recently expelled all diplomatic staff from Iran's UK embassy. And many feel that things could get much worse. Britain has intensified its economic, political and media assault on Iran in recent weeks. And many feel that Britain, along with its Israeli and American allies, could be planning a military attack on Iran at some point in the future. To ward off the threat of war, a meeting of the Stop the War Coalition was called in central London. Speakers outlined Britain's history of spying, sabotage and proxy war against Iran in an attempt to control the nation's vast oil reserves.
Our national interest is the oil, because Iranian oil is an enormous source of supply for the world's oil needs, and therefore you always have in mind when you talk about Iran the interest the West has in getting control of that oil.
They're using the pretext of the latest International Atomic Energy Agency report to say that Iran is building nuclear weapons. Now, this is the grossest hypocrisy when all of these countries themselves have nuclear weapons, and when we know the only country in the Middle East with nuclear weapons is Israel.
Others warn that the UK's real goal is to overthrow the Islamic Republic because its independence is an impediment to the West's neo-colonial plans. And they said that the West is trying to use the issue of human rights as a fig leaf for its true intentions.
I think the logic of the actions that the US and its allies are taking by being so hypocritical and dishonest about any kind of negotiations in good faith with Iran, the logic is towards a military confrontation.
Conference delegates were also warned that Iran, unlike Iraq in 2003, is not a broken country. So if it were attacked, it could respond by disrupting oil supplies and attacking Israeli and Western interests in the region.
The answer will come in Iraq, in the Gulf, in Lebanon, in Palestine. Iran will use all of its assets and mobilize all of its friends. And if you think we've got an economic disaster on our hands in Britain now, just you wait to see what happens when the oil stops flowing.
The UK says that Iran is developing nuclear weapons and that it's a threat to the world. And many fear that the British government, which is experiencing severe economic problems at home, will lash out at Iran in a bid to distract attention. Roshan Mohammed Salih, Press TV, London.
Number 10 Downing Street, who are actually helping to keep